Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Strohmeyer with Saddle Up Shooting, your host. Today I hope I have a good video for you because I'm going to be comparing two rifles that are not comparable. Even though Hornady makes a claim that their new 22 ARC can be as fast as the Remington 22-250. Well, I have both rifles here today and we're going to be testing that assumption. But I have to be kind of fair here because these are not comparable. Obviously, look at the difference in size of these rifles. Both of them are bolt action, but that's where the comparison falls apart. And I'll go through that more in a moment. So come back, folks. The target is set up at about 120 yards today. So let's go ahead and see how these two varmint-based rifles are going to compare. See you soon. Now, before anybody gets a little riled up or got too much starch in their shirt collars, this comparison is not a fair comparison. The only thing that these two rifles have in common is they shoot a 22 caliber bullet. Nothing else is the same. For example, what I have up here on the bench right now is my Remington BDL and 22-250 made in the 90s. The cartridge itself was standardized by SAAMI 1965, but actually was a Wildcat cartridge going clear back to the 1920s. So it's been around a long time. Now the rifle has a 1 in 14 twist, which limits the weight of the bullet that you can put in the cartridge anyway. Almost all of the book manufacturers, Sierra, Spear, Hornady, etc., all claim that you have to shoot a 60 grain or less bullet. Now this is going very, very fast in this rifle because that's the way it was designed for. It also holds approximately, 38 to 43 grains of powder. Now compare that to the 22 ARC that goes up to maybe 33 grains of powder. So automatically you've got more powder, so you should be going faster. Now Hornady's claims are kind of cool, I guess, but the 22 ARC was made to shoot the heavier for caliber 22 heavy for caliber 22 cartridges, bullets that go from 55 grain clear up to 90 grain as an example. Whereas the 22-250 wasn't. It was designed strictly as a fast varmint cartridge to get there fast. Now I've got the chronograph, I've got the bullets, I've got everything, but that's where my bias comes in. I have to overcome that and try to be as objective as I can presenting these two rifles to you. I'm using my own hand loads. I'm not using factory loads, so automatically that's going to be a skewered test from those of you that would buy factory ammunition. I load my cartridges pretty heavy and hot to get the maximum velocity for what my intentions are. Alright, so I need to set up the camera down there. The 22-250 is up first. Let's get shooting. Okay, so we're loaded up here. First shot's cold bore, clean bore. Target on the left-hand side. I'm excited about this. .3589. Now I only have these loaded up with 38 grains of H380, which is, kind of the standard bearer for it. Now I can go from 38 to 43 grains. So 5 grains less means probably about 250 feet per second slower than what I just registered. But that was close to 3,600 fast. All right, second shot. 3580 on that one. 3583, 3580. Pretty consistent. Third shot. .35-67. All right, so there's the first 3 shots. Now I'm shooting slight uphill, maybe 5 degrees uphill. So, you know, the bullet's hitting a little bit high. I want to be 1 inch high at 100 yards, and that appears to be almost 2 inches high. So I'm not going to change the scope right now. Maybe I will. I'll take it down. This scope is in mils, so I'll take it down 4 clicks. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and shoot 3 more and see what happens. Now this Remington doesn't have a mini action, it is a short action, and this cartridge case overall length is pretty short. So sometimes it's a little difficult to load these in there correctly because it goes clear back under the recoil arm here. All right, here we go. See if I came down any. I came down, but it went to the right. That could be me. And that dropped to 35-16 on that shot. So let's see if that was me. Yep, it was me. Can you see that? Don't blame the gun. That's the shooter. Let's see where this third one goes to validate. And that went to the right. So whatever I did, either my position or whatever, repeated itself. Okay, I'm not changing anything. Let's go ahead and switch over to the 22 arc. Okay, up on the bench is my Howa 1500 Mini Super Deluxe chambered in 22 arc. I only have about 20 rounds through this. I just loaded these up last night, so I hope they're near enough that you can gauge on the target. But the second 3 shots, I'll go ahead and change the scope if necessary. Like I said, varmint season is coming up. But what you're here for is the true comparison in velocity. Now this only has a 22-inch barrel, and it's a real light profile barrel, so it's going to get hot really fast. A hot barrel is not conducive to multi-targeted type of situations with varmints. But you know, if you're judicious and you only need 1 shot at a time, well, it'll work out fine. But let's go ahead and test this bugger. Alright, it's like I said, it's new to me, so 20 shots new anyway. Two-stage hack trigger, so there's take up at the beginning. Okay, that hit a little bit left, but close to the 1-inch ring. 34-47. So 35-83 with a lower charge. 34-47 with this charge, and I'm only 3/10 of a grain below Hornady's listed max. So think about that. But their factory rounds for the same 62 grain ELDVT was only 3240, somewhere around there. So I'm 200% faster than factory ammo. Now again, in the 22-250 I shot a 55 grain. This is a 62 grain, but it's the new ELDVT designed for the 22 ARC and maybe the 22 Creedmoor, but definitely not for the 223 Remington. Alright, second shot. Let's see where it hits. Hopefully it's close. .34-41. Third shot. Smooth action. It picked that up pretty nice. So far, so good. A 3/4 inch group, 34-23. Okay, so now I'm going to adjust the scope. I like the height, but I'm going to move it over some. Be right back. Okay, one extra thing about the new 22 ARC is the listed load data. They have two different listed load data. One for a gas gun, one for a bolt action. The gas gun is limited to pressures of 52,000 psi. The bolt action to 62,000. I'm using the bolt gun data, which means that you can put more powder into the case and be safe according to Hornady. And like I said, I'm only 3/10 of a grain below their listed max for their bolt action. So, you know, I stick by the book, folks. If it doesn't work out, I kind of move on and test other components. But if it works out and I get lucky, great. Okay, so here we go with 3 rounds. Same target. I adjusted the scope. See if it made any difference. Not very much, but I'll go ahead and shoot a 3-shot group and then adjust later. Still need to kind of adjust over a little bit, don't I? But for group's sake, let's see how it does. Make sure it's not shooter error. Close enough. Okay. Well, do you want to see that target? I don't think you need to. I think you saw it on the deal. 2 different groups because of adjustments. As far as the groups are concerned, they're about the same. Maybe the 22-250 is a little tighter. So let me know what you think of the newer cartridges. Do they have a place? Will they replace the older cartridges like the 22-250? I don't think so. 22-250 has over a 60-year record of success. The 22 ARC, 2 years. Okay? Well, folks, if you enjoyed this content, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and check your subscriptions, please. But no matter what, as always, may God bless you all. See you again next time. Goodbye.